Hey there, CJ Madsen. I'm going to help you out with our mean, median, mode, and range notes, our first notes of Unit 9. So, mean, what is it? Mean is the average of a data set. And how do I calculate it? I add all data up and divide by how many events I have. So what's this used for? A main thing is grades. We as teachers use the mean to calculate your average or your grade on a daily basis. It's used in sports for points per game, batting averages, free throw percentages, average free throw percentages, all sorts of stuff. The median is the middle of a data set. You can think about the median in a road, right? You never want to cross the median in the road, otherwise you'd be in the wrong lane. So the median is the middle of a data set. And how do we calculate? We order the data from least to greatest. And we pick the middle, or find the middle. If, for instance, I have two numbers that are in the middle, I'll give you an example. Like I have 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I cross these off, and I'm looking for the middle, and I run in where I have these two numbers in the middle. I have to add them together and then divide by 2 to find out, hey, the middle is actually 4, right? Because 3 plus 5 is 8, divided by 2 is 4, right? The median is usually used for a way to represent average, or represent the average when we have huge ranges. So if somebody on my math exam got 100 and then somebody got a 0, the average would be 50% in the class, right? But maybe I had a whole bunch of people get in the 70s and 80s. I might want to pick the median so that those huge numbers at the very beginning of my data set or end of my data set don't skew the data. Don't say, oh, it's a higher average than it should be or a lower average than it should be. The mode is the data that occurs the most. Mode most, right? And you just look for it, right? It's the one that pops up the most. Yes, you can have multiple modes. For instance, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 5. 1 and 2 would be the mode. You could also have no mode. Like if I had 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, there would be no mode here, right? So it's possible for both. Used for a lot in voting, right? When you just vote for something, right? It's how many people voted yes, how many people voted no, how many people voted for this. That's an example of the mode. And the range is the kind of overall length or breadth of the data. How far it spreads, right? So how to calculate? You just do the biggest number, or the biggest data, minus the smallest. That will tell you the range. All right? So first practice. You have an age at your first job. So you have all these people that said, I was 18, I was 16, I was 16, etc. The first thing you want to do when you're working with mean, median, mode, range is just order it. That's the very first thing. And as you do it, just cross off. So I see the smallest number is 11, cross it off. Now I'm looking for other numbers. I see 13, cross off 13. I see another 13, cross off 13. I see 14. I see a couple of 15s, in fact 3 of them. Then I see 2 16s. Then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 18s. Oops, I forgot a 17. There's one 17, and then 5 18s. All right, so you got to be very methodical in making sure that you don't skip a data piece or anything like that. So the range is easy. It's the easiest one to calculate. You just do 18 minus 11. The range is 9. The mode is also pretty easy. It's the one that occurs the most. And in this case, it's 18 because it occurs 5 times. Nothing else occurs more than 5 times. So that's why it's 18. The median is going to be the middle number. So I'm going to start at 11 and just start crossing off. I'm going to say 1, then go to my end of my data and say 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. So my median is 16. Notice how I had 7, 7 left. I didn't say 7, 6 or something like that. That means that if I have an odd amount of numbers, I should only have one number left. That is my median, right? The mean is going to be the one that takes the longest. You're going to have to add all these numbers up and divide by how many numbers there were. So when I add everything up, I get 235, and then I want to divide that. That was my total by how many I had. So I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 15. So 235 divided by 15 data points, and that gives me about 15.66 repeated, right? So what does this say? This says the range of people that got their jobs is about 9 years. So you could, earliest was 11, latest was 18. Most people got their jobs at 18 years old. The middle of our data set was 16, and then on average, you were about 15 or 16 years old when you got your job, probably 15, almost turning 16. Okay? All right, another way we can look at it is in dot plots. So, beautiful thing about dot plots is they're already worded for us. So the length of book titles, the number of words. So ordered, I have 3 ones, 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 3. So the range is obviously just 3 minus 1, or 2. The mode is the one that occurs the most, which is 2. The median, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Turns out to be 2 as well. And then the mean is all those added up divided by how many there are. So it's going to be 1 plus words. I could just do, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 plus 3 plus 3. So 16 total divided by 3, 4, 9, right? So we have 16 divided by 9, and so it gives us about 1.77, right? So what does this mean? It means book titles ranged. Largest was 3 words that we saw. Smallest was 1 word, so we had a range of 2. Most of the book titles were 2 words long. The middle of our data set was 2, and then on average, books tend to be about 1.7 words long. Now, can you have 1.7 words? No. So you can say on average, books tend to be about 2 words long, right? That's it for part 1.